Well, hello, you wonderful mother truckers, you, and welcome to another video. Right then, so Labour are going to get in, potentially with a supermajority, which is a one-party state. And I mean, you know, their manifesto is 6 points. It barely touches on anything. They don't explain anything. They just give you general ideas. They're going to tax you to fuck, but there's something else that you should be worried about. And, well, let's just watch this bit of shit.
Eid Mubarak. Thank you, Ken. It's Eid, it's a really important time for the Muslim community. So I just wanted to ask you how you and your family actually celebrate Eid.
We all go to the mosque in the
Don't give a fuck. Not remotely interested. Okay, so you carry on kissing Alan's snack bar, yeah?
morning. We have something sweet to eat in the morning, and then it's a day you spend with your family.
We don't care. Who cares? This is just for one reason and one reason only, isn't it?
Visiting family and friends. It's a day of celebration.
Hajj is so important, and many people will be coming back from that.
Well, look, Hajj is one of the 5 pillars of Islam.
Don't care.
Every Muslim who can afford to do so once in a lifetime is required to go to Mecca.
So, no one cares.
Many of your constituents and people across the country have been going to Mecca to perform pilgrimage, and they're returning now after Hajj.
But there is this theme coming out, which is about the problem with visas. And obviously, you know, if we are able to come in and form a government, I think we're going to have to increase the quota. Have you picked this up as well?
The Saudi government has reduced the numbers of people who are able to go to Hajj from this country. So many who...
Well, there's a reason for that they're not going to talk about. One is they don't like people coming over from here because Saudi see these as an extremist country. And two, the reason they're reducing it is because far too many people go, and it's a safety concern. But you're not going to mention that. You're going to make it about, let's make it easier for people to come. Yeah?
want to go, who can afford to go.
And it's such a big and important thing that there's a real frustration.
Yeah, but they've got their entire life to do so.
That people are not being able to go.
So anything we can do to lobby the Saudi government to get more places for British Muslims would be appreciated.
Because it's Eid, it is also a time, I think, where all of us are able to celebrate the incredible contribution that Muslims have made to our country. We see it in business, we see it in culture, we see a better Britain.
Really? Really? Have you actually looked out the fucking window? I mean, Britain's better, is it? Is it really better? This is the man who's going to be our Prime Minister. This is the man who thinks that Britain is doing great. Yeah?
One of the things that is coming up over and over again is Islamophobia.
No, made up word. Islamophobia is done to prevent the criticising of Islam. It is not it's a religion. It's not a race. You're not being racist. Islamophobia, the word was created to prevent the criticising of Islam, which is a barbaric, ancient religion. I don't like the way this is going.
Yeah, and well, you can see the stats, you can see the numbers rising, particularly since October the 7th.
And what about the raising the Jews? Yeah, the 4x2s, the famous Jews. You know, the ones who are actually they feel like they've got to leave the country. Oh, we're not talking about that. Let's just keep on snacking at Alan's snack bar, yeah?
We shouldn't fall into the trap of thinking that before October the 7th, this was all heading in the right direction. It's been far too high for far too long. Clearly, we need to just say over and over again, Islamophobia is intolerable.
No, it's not, because it's made up. It's an excuse. I can see where this is going.
It can never, ever be justified, and we have to continue with a zero-tolerance approach. And I think there's more we can do in government. There's certainly stuff online which I think needs tackling much more robustly than it is at the moment.
What I'm hoping, Keir, is your experience as a prosecutor.
Yeah, turning a blind eye to the Rotherham grooming gangs, yeah? And Jimmy Savile. It's very good at turning a blind eye when it suits him.
It means you'll be thinking about the strategy we can use to make sure we take action against those who break the law.
There's a massive impact on people and their...
Are you listening? Are you paying attention? Labour will bring in blasphemy rules a blasphemy law because Islamophobia is about the religion. So therefore, if you're going to tackle Islamophobia, you have got to tackle religion, and that becomes a blasphemy law. Okay? You can criticise any religion except this one. No. Fuck off.
Lives, their feeling about being able to walk around their own, communities, their streets.
Yeah, we know how that feels, Kia, but of course it won't fucking bother you, will it? Yeah? Stabbings, muggings, and God knows what are up through the roof. Sexual assaults are up through the roof. Just recently, and it was never covered in the media at all. Okay? A few days ago, just down on the Coventry Road on the A45, just by the Small Heath Mosque, there's a girl there filling the car up on one side. On the other side, there was an off-duty copper filling her car up. A car pulled up. 5 Muslims grabbed this white woman off the forecourt and fucked off. The copper in their own personal car jumped up, tried to chase them and lost them. They found the girl a few days later, tied to a radiator, sexually abused. And you heard fuck all about it in the media. So when you're talking about safe walking down the streets, yes, we fucking are. But not because of what you think, you dickwad.
Their places of work or wherever it may be, it is certainly not low level. It really, really impacts people. I've seen so many cases for myself.
What excites me, though, is I've been campaigning across the country. We've got so many Labour candidates who are Muslim, who are Hindu, who are Sikh, who are Jewish.
Whoa. So you give a shit about the others, but we got more Muslims, because it's all about Muslims, isn't it? That's all you give a fuck about.
Who are Christian. I think, our candidates are the most diverse we've ever had.
No, they're all diverse as long as they do as you say. Yeah, they can be as diverse as hell, but if they're going to back in a blasphemy law through the back door into this country, I don't give a shit what fucking relation they are.
Best team I think the Labour Party has ever put forward for an election. But look, this is a time of great celebration, and I do say Eid Mubarak, my friend, and thank you for sharing with me how you celebrate.
Thanks for sharing about me how I could do a political broadcast to basically say I'm bringing a blasphemy law in through the back door, because that's exactly what I'm doing. Vote Labour, get Muslim. Vote Labour, get blasphemy law. Vote Labour, get Sharia law through the back door. Because if they do get this vast majority they're talking, and we were talking possibly a 400-seat majority, it doesn't matter what they say or don't say. We are fucked. It is going to get so much worse. And then eventually, maybe just eventually, you ostriches with your heads buried in your sand, or you fucking idiots who just don't want to pay any attention, will wake up and realise this country is fucked. Once Labour get in, he's going to tax the living. Oh no, he's not going to raise income tax, and he's not going to raise national insurance. He's going to look after the pensions. We'll be okay. He's fine. Yeah. How do you think he's going to pay for all the fucking shit that he's coming out with? You idiots. He's not talking about how he's getting the money, because he knows that if he did, he'd fuck himself over. He's going to tax us all to oblivion. You have savings, forget them. You own property, forget it. You're a motorist, you're never going to be able to afford your damn car. He is going to tax the living shit out of you, and doing that will pay for his buddies if the fucking Allen snack bar to get paid for doing fuck all, and then have a blasphemy law to back it all up, so you can't even fucking say anything. That's what you're going to get. Labour are going to get in. And when they get this supermajority, if you think things are bad now, well, the Conservatives have really fucked things up. You just fucking wait. I've been saying this for months now. You think things are bad now? And I still say, and I will maintain it now, from all the rumblings I hear from my contacts in places, military-wise, we'll be at war in 6 months. Because it's just going to go to fucking rat shit. Oh, well, you can do a bit of national service. National service is a draft in a different language. In America, they've passed a draft rule. Congress have voted that they can draft 18 to 35-year-olds. If we're talking about community, national service, and they pass, just wake up, you fucking idiots. Labour are going to get in, you're going to get a blasphemy law, you're going to get taxed to oblivion, and then when it all couldn't get any worse, and we're going to be absolutely flooded with immigrants, and before it can get any worse, we'll be in World War III, and then it won't fucking matter, will it? Just please. This is why I do this. This is why, I used to talk about Doctor Who, and I used to talk about Star Wars and, all the stuff behind me, the things I'm really interested in. And I saw this coming. I could see where we're going. And if you actually watch my videos, you can slowly see that the science fiction starts to drop and the politics come to a thing. And then I just thought, fuck it, I'm doing politics, because we are literally on the cusp of something seriously going wrong with this country, seriously going wrong with the world. We are walking into World War III. We are being pushed into World War III. And no matter how much people go, oh, you're a Putin apologist, you are lucky it's Putin in charge of Russia, because if it had been the Soviet leaders from the past, we'd all be fucking dead right now. When Labour get in, we're screwed. And I understand, I when I listen to Simon Sideways, I get what he's saying. I'm all for it. He's all for it. Let's just accelerate it. Let's just make things as bad as they can get. And then maybe, just maybe, you idiots out there who just throw insults at me and say my flag's upside down, or you're talking shit, will finally wake up and realise that actually, a bit like when I spent 2 years during the COVID crisis, telling all my friends and family about all the things that were wrong with it, and I've been proven right, yeah? Everything that I've said was right. You can go and ask all my, what people I have left will talk to me now, even though some have come back and said, you were right. And I know I was right. I'm right about this as well. We're in so much shit. It's just unbelievable. And I just can't get it when I do videos like this, and you go, oh, when you're talking out your ass, oh, you're a reform voter, you smell like, oh, yeah. Oh, look, your flag's hanging up. So you're just fucking raging idiots. We are on the cusp of complete and utter annihilation. If it's not by nuclear war, by a couple of years into the Labour government, we will be doomed. I know, because of what I've been saying, I'm a marked man. When our Muslim Alan Snackbar members take over the whole country, I'm a dead man walking. I know this. I've accepted that fact. I've accepted I've been a dead man for years. But I do these videos and I try to press onto you how bad things really, really are. I'm not going to stop. I'm just going to keep going and going and going and going and going until either YouTube kick me off here and ban my channel, or one day I'm sitting here and there's a rather bright flash and it's all over and done with. I'll probably get nuked live on air. Well, actually, no, you won't, because there'll be an airburst just before that. That'll completely destroy all our electronic equipment. And then all these people who don't know even how to light a fucking fire, well, yeah. Although there'll be plenty of fire. And the thing is, I'm not doing this to depress you. I'm trying to do this to tell you we're in trouble. We are really, I don't think a lot of people understand how much trouble we're in. And I know some of you are just going, ignorance is bliss, and I'm just going to pretend it's not coming. It's coming. Labour win. We're going to get, I'm mark my words. Labour get in, there'll be a blasphemy law. You'll be taxed to beyond belief, because he's telling you he's going to do all these things, but he's never, ever, ever, I'm going to tax private schools. That'll work for about 6 months until the private schools shut, and then you're not going to be able to tax them. I'm going to tax the non-dums. Yeah, until they go, fuck you, and leave. And then what are you going to do? And take their businesses and their jobs with them. So you're now not going to get the money you thought you were going to get, and now you've got more people unemployed, and those businesses are gone. And no one wants to come here to this country, because if you do and you're going to start up a business and you're from another country, we're going to tax the shit out of you, so they're just not going to come. Ooh, great. Yeah. So once those have gone, how are they going to pay for it? They're not going to tell you. Well, they're not going to tell you because it's just going to be taxes. We're going to go for green taxes, so your energy bills will go up even more to pay for green energy that's supposed to bring your bills down, but never has. We're going to make it so you can't afford to drive your car. You got petrol or diesel, we'll make sure you can't afford to buy petrol or diesel. You'll have to buy an electric car. So you buy your electric car that's going to cost you a fortune. And in 5 years' time, your battery's fucked. You can't afford to buy a new battery. So now you can't have a car. So now we'll all be back to fucking carts and fucking horses. We are literally I think either we'll be bombed back into the medieval times, or we will be taxed back into the medieval times, where the only way you can get around is to fucking walk. And only the elite will have vehicles. Only the elite will be allowed to fly. And us dirty scumbags at the bottom will be slothering around in the mud, living on a single fucking candle. Won't be able to do any of this shit because I won't be able to afford the electric or the internet to do it. And we'll be just screwed. And then you'll be praying for a nuclear bomb or a big asteroid or somebody to finally listen to what people are trying to tell you. When the election comes, go out please, for the mercy of us all. Vote reform. Well, yeah, but that won't make any difference. It'll make a difference, a little bit of a difference, just for a bit. It will show that if people stand up and speak out, that they can have a position and we can make a difference. This election's about getting the beachhead. This election, July 4th, isn't Independence Day. It's our D-Day. We need to get a beachhead forced into the Houses of Commons. 1 or 2 seats. I think it's going to be a lot more than that, but a couple of seats. And then we can just start to spread and force our way in. But until that's done, look forward to 5 years of an absolute living fucking nightmare. Unless, of course, you're rich. And then look forward to 5 more years of getting even richer. And with that rant, I'm done. So, until the next one.
This once great nation, eroded by time, with its crushed by